Hello and welcome to week 6, the final week of our Down by the Sea blanket crochet along. It's early morning, that's a sunrise that you see behind me. It's really, really cold, and I'm just heading down to the beach now to set up and have a little crochet chat with you. It is really cold. As I walked down to the beach this morning, as you can see, there was frost on the ground. So yes, really, really cold. Hence I've got the crochet hat, crochet scarf, things to keep me warm. So just heading down to our beach on this early, crisp morning. And here we are down by the sea. It's really lovely to be down early. Always an effort to get out of bed on these dark, cold mornings, but now I've made the effort, I'm really, really pleased. So yes, this week is the final week and we're doing our border, going all the way around the blanket. We've only got 4 rounds, but obviously the borders always take quite a bit of time because going all the way around the whole blanket does take just that little bit extra time. And we are going to go for a simple granny stitch border. And I did that because I wanted to keep the border relatively simple, because obviously we've got a lot of interesting stitches in the rest of the blanket, and also because the song that originally inspired this blanket has the lyrics, I think it's under the boardwalk down by the sea on a blanket with my baby, something along those lines. And so I really wanted to capture the blanket vibe, and what better way to do that, hear the seagulls, than with granny stitches going all the way around the blanket, a nod to that blanket that the Drifters sung about in their song all those years ago. So earlier this week it got me thinking about the crochet alongs that I've hosted. Coming to the end of a crochet along is always quite a momentous occasion. All the work, all the ideas and passion that I pour into the crochet alongs and sharing it with so many of you, and then feeding off the creativity that you then share when I see your progress and the things that people have done with my design. It's just a wonderful process, and coming to the end of a crochet along always feels quite emotional. There's a sense of relief. I've got to the end of the journey and it's gone well. There's also a sense of sadness because I really love the community that builds around, and seeing what people are doing and sharing that process together. There's a sadness as that comes to an end. But there's also that joy knowing that this design will live on, and blankets that have been made will continue to be enjoyed for a long time to come. And the design is always available, so I know that people will start making this long after the crochet along finishes. But yeah, it got me thinking about crochet alongs that I've hosted, and this is actually my 10th crochet along design, which I couldn't actually quite believe. I was like, really, have I done 10? I think 7 of those I've hosted myself, and that's where I produce the pattern and it's published on my website through my channels. No one else is involved in that. 3 of the crochet alongs I've done for other companies, so 2 were for King Cole and 1 was for Little Box of Crochet. But yeah, I've done 10 crochet alongs, and it all started in January 2018. We're now December 2022, so pretty much nearly 5 years ago was the first crochet along blanket that I designed, and I'm sure many of you will remember this. It's the Seaside Stash Busting blanket that launched in January 2018. And then after that was the Changing Tides blanket. That was the blanket I did in 2019. And then in 2020 was the Beachcombing blanket. And that was a really special one because that launched when COVID came along. So the launch of that coincided with the lockdowns that many of us experienced at that time. So yeah, really special one, that one, because that's when lots of people learned to crochet, and actually lots of people said they learned to crochet through that blanket, which is really special. Uh, and then later that year, I did a mini crochet along. I don't know if any of you remember this one. This was the coasters, 5 little coasters, because I was meant to be hosting a workshop in Dorset with fellow blogger Sandra from Wild Daffodil. But obviously, because COVID came along, that was cancelled. But I released the pattern as a little 5-day crochet along in the autumn of 2020. And then in 2021, that was a busy year. I had my picnic on the beach, followed by picnic by the river. That was for Little Box of Crochet. And then also I had the King Cole design Tropical Shores. So I've been really busy that year designing blankets. And actually, I think also in 2021 was the Winter Walk scarf. Yeah, that was last year. So, and that was a crochet along I hosted myself. So, and I loved that. That was, I think it was 12 days, a different part of the scarf. So, yeah, really loved that design. Hoping to do something similar next year. That's definitely in the pipeline. And then this year, 2022, was Postcards with Love, obviously, that I designed for King Cole. And now we have Down by the Sea. So yeah, I think that's 10. Have I just listed 10? Seaside Stash Bustling Blanket, Changing Tides, Beach Combing, the Coasters, Picnic by the River, Picnic on the Beach, Tropical Shores, Postcards with Love, Winter Walk Scarf, yes, Down by the Sea, 10. So I've mentioned all 10 there. Yeah, I love it. I love crochet alongs. I love that a pattern can be released in stages and it feels like a journey together. But it's only possible with you people, you lovely, lovely people, crocheting along with me, sharing your progress, your interpretations, your colours. So thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you for joining me on these crochet along journeys. So that's it. Another crochet along comes to an end. This one just in time for Christmas. So if any of you are gifting this blanket to anyone, I hope that your recipient enjoys it as much as you enjoyed crocheting it. Lovely to think that some of these will be gifted to people. I wish you all a really lovely Christmas and a healthy, happy 2023. I lost my dad in 2022, back in August. Still feel really emotional about that, very sad, and I'm not sure that sadness will ever leave me because I miss him enormously. But this design's really special because I was halfway through finishing the design when he sadly passed away. So half of this blanket was designed and made when my dear, dear dad was still with us, and half was designed and created after he left. So this one for me will always be extremely special. So there you go. Okay, so soon on into 2023, I've been invited to open the 10th Waltham Abbey Wool Show. It's a one-day yarn show held in the Marriott Hotel, Waltham Abbey, and that's just north of London in Essex. So if any of you are in that area, it would be lovely to see you. I feel really honoured to have been invited to open the yarn show. I'm going to be cutting a ribbon, which is amazing. How lovely is that? And I'm also going to be judging. I think they're doing a competition, so do have a look at their website. You can submit pieces of knitting or crochet, and I'm going to be judging it, which is really exciting. So yes, if any of you are in the area on January the 15th, Sunday, then I will be at the Waltham Abbey Wool Show. So it'd be lovely to see some of you there. And I'll be bringing my blankets with me. Okay, so I think that's it. My hooks, as always, have been busy. There is another blanket design that I've literally just finished, which I'll be sharing at some point with you next year. That's for another company. So can't say too much more about that now, but I'm really excited. That's a special one. So yes, there'll always be more designs coming from me, all the while that I can carry on crocheting, which obviously I love. So thank you for watching. I don't think any of these videos would be complete without me sharing a little bit of music. So here you go. Here's some of Morgan's music from some scenes down by the sea today on this beautiful sunrise morning, and I will see you soon. Take care.